Now, one thing y'all don't see that I get is a lot of requests for conspiracy theories, right? When I do a conspiracy theory video, a lot of people be like, yo, you should check out the conspiracy theories for my area, for this area, for that area. And today it got me to think, I was like, you know what? I should go state by state, and get some of the conspiracy theories for each state and see what theories are being talked about for Florida, Georgia, so on and so forth, and then even branch out overseas and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do that. I wanna try it. I'm gonna attempt. I'm not gonna say we'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? We'll see how it goes. If y'all like it, want to keep doing it, we'll keep running with it. All right. So we're gonna start with Florida. Let's see what's going on.
Of a good conspiracy theory. I will go down 8 different rabbit holes on the same conspiracy theory. I will deep dive into it. I like seeing both sides, all the opinions on conspiracy theories. And now this one I heard last night directly affects me, and I need to hear everyone's opinion because I haven't heard much about it and I can't find it anywhere. But I live in Florida, and my boyfriend lives in Florida for about 32 years. He's never seen flooding as bad and what happened in Tampa. So what's going on where there might be oil or something in Virginia or North Carolina? Something's going on over there where there might be oil or something in the town, Asheville, that got really destroyed. And now this hurricane that's coming on Tuesday, back to back, right through Tampa. There's something I know that hurricanes are not meant to start in the Gulf. They go through the Gulf. So why are they starting in the Gulf? Are these man-made hurricanes? Especially a conspiracy theory around the election time. I love it. Give me all the information. Now, could it just be Mother Nature? Yeah, of course. Could there be something behind it? Yeah, of course. Is there probably something else going on? I don't know. But why are so many hurricanes happening and what's behind it? I could be overreacting, of course. I overreact sometimes. But it feels weird. It just feels weird outside. I feel weird right now. One thing about me is that I love...
Hey, listen. You know what I mean? As far-fetched and as hard to believe as it may be, I am of the belief sometimes that the way, especially this year, 2024, bro, the way they were happening, at the amount, it was just ridiculous, bro. And it had me thinking, like, you know what I mean? Are they creating them? Now, let's not sit here and act like they don't be up there experimenting with the weather. Come on now. I've done a video on that showing y'all and talking about that, bro. So I know a lot of people be like, it's not possible. It's not man-made, this, that, and the third. And we get it. But man, after the amount we saw this year, you start to wonder and speculate.
That's as far as it goes on video. I'm taking a video of it. They don't know.
Now, it sucks that I don't know if this video is real or not, because that would be crazy to see UAPs, UFOs being escorted somewhere. You know what I mean? We already have our speculations about what's going on with the drones and everything out there right now. But could you imagine you step outside your door, you look up and they're being escorted, they're being followed, look like a convoy of them. And where are they going? Why are we following them? Where are we escorting them to? Now that it plays in your mind, oh, so we did know about them. We do know them. Or are those our UFOs, something we reverse engineered? Like, so many things run through your brain. I wish I knew if this video was real or not. This could be AI generated though.
Y'all, there's all kinds of shit going on right here in Florida right now. We got Border Patrol out on the interstate. We got troopers everywhere, military vehicles. Y'all tell me what you think's going on.
Guy sees a city in the middle of the ocean in Sunny Isles Beach, Miami area. Check this out.
Miami, near Sunny Isles. I see some weird shit. I want somebody to help me. So I'm gonna show you some comparisons, right? It's a yacht right there. You see. That's a sailboat right there, as you can see. Scan over here real quick.
This makes no sense.
That is a cargo ship right there, as you can
Yep.
see. Somebody on a jet ski. What the fuck is that? I come out here all the time. I know what cargo ships look like. That's one right there. This one seems like it's further out behind it. It looks like a fucking city.
How can you explain that?
What is that shit?
City in the middle of the ocean, Miami. What do you guys think it is?
Now, this would be the perfect time to get a drone out. But too bad. They're probably all in New Jersey right now and in other places. But bro, we need to send a drone out there and see what that was or that is. You think it's another cargo ship? Possibly. Or is it something else hiding in plain sight as a cargo ship? I don't know. I feel like that one there needs to be investigated quickly.
Y'all, what the fuck did I just watch?
Maybe the reason why we have people in the hospitals all this mask wearing. Did we ever think of that? Did we ever think of that?
I want to talk about the real pandemic. Child. By putting masks on these kids' face, you can't identify any of them.
They don't care about your children. As a matter of fact, they hate them. They hate your kids. They hate my kids. They hate your kids. They hate my kids. Get it? 99.9 live through this flu, especially the kids, and the data proves that too. Science and laws shouldn't be changing so fast. Has Nuremberg taught us nothing of medical tyranny in the past?
I mean, I know that's Florida, but still. Forget COVID, the biggest pandemic in this country is idiocy. Christ on a cracker, y'all, we're doomed.
Did she just say Christ on a cracker? I think I've heard that before, but I don't care how many times you hear that. That's still funny, bro. Who can forget the conspiracy theories surrounding COVID and different things and all of the different theories that people had, bro? Do you remember that time? It was chaotic, fam, especially around the schools. You didn't know what to believe. You didn't know what to do. Every day you woke up, you sent your kids out in fear, not knowing if somebody, you waiting, looking at your phone all day. And if you were in like one of these like parent groups, oh my gosh, that was the worst thing you could be in, bro. Talk about promote fear and hatred and conspiracy theories. Oh my gosh. Even like the HOA groups, if you lived in a community with an HOA, oh, it was just totally toxic back then.
Why do you think our military flew over this city like this for 3.5 hours today and 2 hours the day before? How much is that for fuel? Maybe they never got a spirograph to play with as a kid. What do you think they're doing?
Have you heard the theory that Florida will be underwater in the next 100 years? Well, this theory has perpetuated climate gentrification on the coasts where I'm from. The Tampa Bay area has over 700 miles of shorelines and 3.2 million residents, most of which are vulnerable to rising sea levels. Because of this, the fight for high ground has become more prevalent than ever. Low-income communities are losing this battle to climate gentrification. Large corporations and wealthy individuals are seizing this land and causing the rest of us to fend for ourselves. But there are ways to stop this. Municipalities have zoning meetings to allocate this land. Large companies make sure they have people at these community zoning meetings. So if we want to be heard, we need to be there too. Climate gentrification is not only in the Tampa Bay area. Find your local municipality and speak up.
Now, this is a theory that I've been saying probably since I was a teenager, fam. When I started noticing or talking about and seeing all of the hurricanes and flooding and stuff, I 1000% believe that either in my lifetime or the next generations or not too far generations to come, I felt like Florida would be underwater. I just felt, or like break apart or something. I don't know, man. No, I felt like California would break apart or something, or on the West Coast with the earthquakes. But Florida, I 1000% believe that it will be underwater at some point. I don't even think it'll take 100 years at the rate we're going. At the rate we're going, I don't think it'll take that long, bro. So yeah, people moving inland, it's gonna get crazy. The more and more the years go past. Like, what do y'all think is gonna happen? You think it can withstand what it's been taking, like the natural disasters that have been happening to Florida and the flooding, constant hit by hurricanes and stuff like that? You think it continue to withstand that? No. 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 How many times were people evacuated in 2024? It's crazy. Yeah, I think it'll be underwater. Like, they need to do something. Government needs to get involved and do something.
Have you heard the villages in Florida? This is another type cult. So this one, you have to be old. So it's the biggest like retirement community cult in the world, and it's known as the STD capital. Yeah. So you have to be 55 and older to be in this like community. It's weird. Yeah, and then look, so around the village they drive golf carts, right? And on the golf carts there's different colored loofahs that they put on, and that signals what they're sexually into. So I'll read you a couple. It's a sex cult. Yeah, it is. It's a freak cult. We were too serious. That's important. Yo, don't Google that. Don't Google that. Look, so the white one is novices and beginners. The purple one is people who like to watch, and then the pink one is soft swap, people who like to do it with others in the room. Imagine all the old people just going there to retirement home, man. That's yuck.
Look at y'all already typing it in. I already know y'all. I already know that some of y'all are like grabbing your phone, typing it in. And if you're hey man, no judgment here, bro. You retire how you want to retire. It's your life, fam. And if you want to go down there in a retirement cult or whatever that is, hey, who are we to judge, bro? Do you, man? Have fun at it. You know what I mean? Send us a postcard. No pictures, though. No pictures. That's just nasty. No pictures.
Alexa, what kind of hurricane was Hurricane Milton?
From fandom.com. Hurricane Milton was an extremely powerful Category 5 hurricane that caused widespread damage across its path in October 2024.
Alexa, where did Hurricane Milton land?
From fandom.com. Milton made its first landfall near Fort Myers, Florida at its peak as a 160 miles per hour Category 5.
Alexa, what kind of damage did Hurricane Milton cause?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, how do you know where Hurricane Milton...
Yeah, see, this is... see, Alexa, man, I might want to unplug that thing, bro. That thing scares me, man. Because whatever comes out, you can never recover from the answer. So you be careful what you ask it. Because you can never go back after that. I always say that.
That's weird. A perfect fucking circle.
Yeah.
Right before the hurricane hits.
Isn't that insane?
Okay, so I have a theory as to why we have cold fronts in Florida. Hear me out. All right, so winter starts pretty early up north, right? And when it gets cold up there, people hop in their RVs and they head to Florida. Okay, so here's the theory. With all those people getting in their RVs in the freezing cold, shutting the doors, trapping the cold air in, and then they all invade the state of Florida, open the doors in their RVs, let all the cold air out, and that's why we have winter in Florida.
Hey, we laughing at them? But what if that was true? What if that was true? Even though I don't think it's possible, because if you came from north and you made it all the way to Florida without stopping and fueling up and getting out of your vehicle, Like, I don't know what you're driving. What are you driving that has that good of gas mileage? Because I need it. I need it. I think we fuel up like maybe what, 2 times going from here to New Jersey. So yeah, Florida. Yeah, I'm in Georgia and I'm at the top around Atlanta. Come on now. Yeah, that's easily another tank of gas going to Florida. So yeah, not possible, but you know what I mean. I like that you're thinking. Just keep thinking.
This might be the strangest thing that you're going to see today, but we're going to talk about the retirement village in Florida.
Whoa. This is the second time we're hearing about this, y'all. Huh? Third time's the charm. If we hear about this one more time, fam, we're going to have to ride down here and check it. Are these older people, are they even wearing life alerts? Like to be doing this? Can they heart take this? Let's just hear what she has to say.
That's said to be an underground swinger community, and I'm going to tell you guys all about it. There's this strange myth going around TikTok that this community called the Villages in Ocala, Florida, 45 minutes outside of Orlando, is actually an underground swingers community. And we're going to fact check this. Within this retirement community of 55 plus in Florida, it said that these loofahs on cars or golf carts indicate what type of swinging activities that these people in this retirement community do. So white would be for newbies, purple would be for somebody who just likes to watch, pink would be soft swap. So it's basically telling other swingers what you're up for. It's also said that within this community, you can spot lots of upside down pineapples. And if you know anything about upside down pineapples, it probably means they're swingers.
I heard about this for cruise ships. Anybody else? Queen told me about that for cruise ships. She was like, yo, I heard that people be on cruise ships and they be looking. And then they put like the pineapple. So I've heard about that for cruise ships. Never about no underground village in Florida. What y'all doing down there? Huh? That's why y'all getting all these floods. Y'all gotta wash that dirtiness off. Y'all nasty.
So I did some PI work for you guys and I scoured the internet to find out if this is actually real or kind of just an urban legend about the community. To figure out where this rumor actually started, we actually have to go all the way back to 2006 when a doctor who was doing STI tests in this community said that it was the most cases of and the most cases of STIs that they ever saw. Let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, sensationalism for smacks sells. So when this rumor started, everyone thought that all these people in the villages were just having like all this swinger style swapping smacks. And that's not the case. Based on my fact checking, there's no actual evidence that these STIs came from this swinger community in the villages. It was just a doctor who went viral for talking about this. So the truth is, there's actually a very small percentage of people in this villages community in Florida who actually swing just like any other large community like this. As for the infamous colored loofahs on people's cars and golf carts, these are not to indicate what type of swinging style you do. This is fake. Actually, those are meant to help the people in the villages community find their cars. This myth has been busted. You guys, the Villages in Florida is not actually a hub for swingers, and it's not actually a swingers paradise. It's just a normal retirement community. Do swingers exist within this community? I'm sure they do, because swingers exist in every community. Now you guys know the truth about swingers in the Villages in Florida. And make sure you tell all of you friends, because those poor senior citizens, people probably just think that they're having these crazy origamis all the time, when in fact, they're just normal people trying to exist. This might...
Now, you know what? Come to think of it, my pops, he's been doing a lot of traveling lately. A few times he went down to Florida. I'm gonna have to make a call and find out what he was down there doing. You know? He's divorced now. He's out there mingling. I wonder. You know? You think my pops might be... I don't know. He like pineapples. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna ask him about it though. You could bet that.
Four head river system on this earth. When the idea or the notion or the belief that the Garden of Eden was somewhere else or over in Europe or in Africa or someplace over there, the Western Hemisphere was unknown. They did not know that the continent existed west of the Atlantic Ocean. Therefore, they couldn't search this continent along with the others to find the River of Four Heads and these other great natural monuments which the Bible said was related to the Garden of Eden. It came my pleasure and my responsibility and my duty to search the North American continent and definitely point out the same bare natural monuments that the Bible relates to.
Callaway points with pride to the official map of the U.S. engineers at Chattahoochee, which shows what Callaway says is the only four-head river system in the world. That is a system described in the Bible, where in Genesis, the river flowing out of Eden, which waters the garden, parts and becomes into four heads. First there is the Gihon, now known as the Flint River, which flows towards the land of Ethiopia. Then the Euphrates, the Spring Creek River, whose name was transferred to the Middle East after the flood. The Hiddekel River is Fish Pond Creek River, which borders the land of ancient Assyria. And finally, the last of the four rivers, the wide and lovely Pison, the Chattahoochee, today a river of trade and commerce. The Apalachicola seems an unlikely name for the river flowing through Eden, but here, according to Callaway, is the heart of the garden. This peaceful river is the life source of the lush vegetation of the original habitat of the first man and woman. According to Callaway, the names of these rivers and the land surrounding them were transferred to the other side of the world when, after floating in the ark for 40 days and 40 nights, Noah and his family landed on Mount Ararat in Turkey. The legend of the Bountiful Garden, too, was transferred to the Middle East, where archaeologists have searched in vain for a four-head river system, such as described in the Bible.
Well, Mr. Callaway, everyone knows the story about the Garden of Eden and the Tree of Knowledge. Do you know where the Tree of Knowledge existed in this garden, and was it an apple tree?
The word apple, or the plural apple, is not even mentioned in the book of Genesis. That's been added on by fiction and superstition. The Bible mentions apple or apples 3 times, but they're speaking of the apple of the eye because it's in the shape of some apples, you know. The tree of knowledge of good and evil is a spiritual tree. God told Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden in the 16th verse of the 2nd chapter of Genesis, of every tree of the garden, of the fruit of every tree of the garden, thou mayest freely eat. There was not any forbidden fruit in the garden. But he told them in another verse, there's one in here, that if you eat that, you shall die. And that's the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Mother Eve thought a good long time before she made up a decision whether or not to eat the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And she decided that she'd rather live the 70 years that God had promised them by knowing good from evil and then die, rather than live on a parity with a totally insane person or an animal forever in paradise and never know right from wrong.
There is a certain magic here in the heart of these woods, for they are special woods to one man. To him, this sanctuary of
four-head river system.
So, are y'all alluding to, because this is only part 2, but I feel like I see where they're going with this, of trying to say that the Garden of Eden was in Florida? I don't know. I don't want to see the part 1s and the rest of this. This is pretty intriguing, but I want to see where this is going, or what the rest of this interview had to say.
Am I the only one that's wondering what is going on Earth right now? I asked that because Florida is literally getting hit so hard right now with hurricanes, and then they just had a tornado come through. Tennessee is now seeing the northern lights again for the second time in a year. I seen them when I was back home visiting family in May. And then now my mother-in-law is posting that she's seeing the northern lights again off her back porch in Tennessee. I am just so, like, are you guys not, like, wondering, like, what is actually, like, obviously I don't think the government has, like, power to manipulate the earth and shit like that. However, I do believe that there's things out there that do have the power to, like, affect our weather and our, I don't know, electromagnetic fields and, like what's going on? Can someone, some astronomer, astrologist, I don't know what the fuck y'all are called, but somebody, I don't know if I'm being too much of, like, a conspiracy theorist, or, like, I'm not even a conspiracy theorist. Not in my head. I don't think I am. Anyways, yeah, I need to know. Let's get some better lighting in here. Sorry, my ADHD just, whoop. I need to know what you guys are thinking. I cannot be the only motherfucker thinking that there's something else going on in the world. Please, please tell me I'm not the only one that is sitting here thinking shit like this. Like, first of all, when does Florida ever get hit with tornadoes? Just to get hit with hurricane after hurricane, like, I mean, I get it. It's hurricane season in Florida, I think. But still, and then, okay, back to Tennessee. It's like Tennessee and Florida. What the fuck is happening to Tennessee and Florida? But back to Tennessee, like, all the flooding that just happened in, like, eastern Tennessee. Like, crazy amounts of flooding. And the northern, or the eastern, like, Carolinas and stuff. Like, I'm just like, what is going on? Anyways, so, like, I am just like, what is going on to Earth? Like, what is she trying to tell us? Mother Nature, what are you trying to tell us? Because we need to know. I'm freaking out. I'm over here in Hawaii. My family's back home in Tennessee. Thankfully, we're Middle Tennessee. None of them were affected, but I have family in Florida.
So that's everyone's general pretty much concern and conspiracies surround the weather in Florida. Like, we had the little senior citizens a little fun as well, but for the most part, people and their conspiracies surround the weather in Florida. Like, what is going on? And we don't need to make them feel like they crazy, because a lot of us who don't live there think the same thing. We have eyes we can see, bro. Like, we not crazy, but we crazy, but we not crazy. If you get what I'm saying. Does that sound crazy? It shouldn't. It shouldn't. It's legitimate concerns.